The world has breathed a sigh of relief. That was Iran's first reaction to the departure of U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton. Iran's Foreign Minister Javad Zarif said the United States' thirst for war should end along its warmonger-in-chief. President Hassan Rouhani adding it should also reconsider its outlook towards Iran.
Americans have to realize that warmongering and warmongers are not to their benefit. They should not only abandon warmongering, but also abandon their maximum pressure policy.
There had been growing divisions between John Bolton and his boss, and how to deal with Tehran was one of them. Bolton stated openly his position on using military force against Iran, position at odds with a president whose isolationist America First policy wanted to reduce the U.S. military footprint around the world. Bolton was against most of Trump's decisions when it came to foreign policy. He was against talking to North Korea, against pulling out of Syria, against any engagement with the Iranian leadership, and against the president's latest idea of inviting Afghanistan's Taliban to peace talks at Camp David. That seems to have been the breaking point. But the end was brutal, even by the standards of this White House. Donald Trump tweeting, "I informed John Bolton last night that his services are no longer needed at the White House. I disagreed strongly with many of his suggestions, as did others in the administration. Therefore, I asked for his resignation, which was given to me this morning." Bolton tweeted not the usual thanks for being able to serve, but saying he'd quit rather than being fired. At a news briefing at the White House, which Bolton was initially listed to attend, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo defended the president's decision.
The president's entitled to the staff that he wants at any moment. This is a staff person who works directly for the president of the United States, and he should have people that he trusts and values. There were many times Ambassador Bolton and I disagreed, that's to be sure, but that's true for lots of people with whom I interact.
And with Bolton's opposition gone, there could be obvious changes. For example, there's a better chance the president will meet his Iranian counterpart.
The president's made very clear he's prepared to meet with no preconditions.
President Trump said he will announce who will be his fourth national security advisor next week. His choice will give an indication in which direction he wants to steer his foreign policy. Hoda Abdel-Hamid, Al Jazeera.